Do we need anything special in practice today? Neck and shoulders? Sure. We've been doing any sort of projects. It's kind of the time of doing projects now, whether it be indoor, outdoor. We will work on neck and shoulders because we'll do a little bit of heart opening today, which will also connect to some hip opening because we're going to focus on Lotus Pose. So the infamous Lotus Pose is this one right here where we're sitting in this. Yeah, and actually when I started yoga, I could not do this pose, and it took me a long time, and I still have one side that I can sit in it more comfortably than the other, and one I can hold a little longer, and sometimes one doesn't go. I've talked about my ankle a lot in class, but this ankle has been broken twice and reconstructed, and it's a little tighter, and so when we do Lotus, you'll see there's a lot of ankle rotation involved, and there's just something about that rotation that kind of pulls there, and so for a long time it was painful for me. And you know, we have a rule in yoga that we never let anything hurt. We can take ourselves to that discomfort that hurts so good, but when it hurts not so good, it's telling us that that's too far. And so I dealt with that for a long time, but then one day it just unlocked, and I remember the day I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm doing it finally. So, you know, sometimes we just have to keep working at it, but we'll do that today. We'll also hold the Lotus Mudra in a couple of different poses, and it looks like the lotus flower. And the reason we're theming in the lotus, springtime, we've got the flowers everywhere around us. And this full moon that we just had last week was a moon that was represented by the lotus. So it kind of represents this coming out of the muck. And you might have heard me talk about maybe a month or two ago with the official going into springtime. That's the season of kapha, which is that mud and water, mucus, the ground is thawing, it's rainy, and you can see now that we're starting to dry out a little bit. The sun's coming out, it's a little bit windier, a little bit drier, and so vibing with the season of nature, we are drying out because we've moved into the season of Gemini, which is an air sign, and we moved away from Taurus, which was an earth sign. And so now that lotus blossom, it's kind of come up out of the mud, and it's starting to blossom as well, and so we start to move into that energy. So we only have just 3 more weeks until summer. June 20th is the first day of summer. So we're almost there, just a few more weeks. And we're starting to feel that. We're feeling the warmth. We're feeling the shift. And it makes us want to move our body and do these projects and maybe start airing out the house, getting the windows open. Our weather's been so nice. I've been opening the windows, getting a lot of fresh air. Let's go to child's pose. Go ahead and flip over, ground in. Take a moment to slow down. And start by just expanding into the heart space with your breath. Really feeling the back of your heart open up as you inhale. And all around the heart you soften as you exhale. Opening that air element, anahata. Also feeling your rib cage expand out on both sides as you breathe in. And feeling all 360 degrees of your body soften as you breathe out. Start to explore the body. This Gemini season, this air season, is a season of contemplation, reflection, philosophy, thinking, learning. So just for now, let yourself turn inward and listen to your body, noticing what you discover. Learning what you can from your practice today, setting that intention. Maybe setting any other intentions that you need to today. Take just a few more breaths to ground, open, and soften. And then move into more of an active child's pose, walking the hands forward, spreading fingers wide, drawing shoulders back, still resting the head, still breathing deeply. On your next exhale, start walking hands over to the right side. Grounding in, maybe reaching out more with the left, maybe not. Just relaxing to open that left side more. Maybe breathing into your left side more. And take a deep breath. On the exhale, return to center and stay there for another breath at center in that active child's pose. Just balancing out. And then moving to the left side when you're ready at the next breath. Adjusting to open right side. And deep breath in. Exhale back to neutral. Let's come up to our tabletop. And we'll just start rocking through the wrists, fingers forward, flat back. Keeping the palms grounded. Opening up our wrists, our circulation, extension of the heart chakra all the way to fingertips. And we'll do one more, holding it forward, getting a deeper stretch here, pressing across your upper back and shoulders. Maybe letting the head hang. Inhale. Exhale, release. Turn the fingers all the way behind you. Maybe that's to the corners behind you. Maybe that's to your knees. Moving around with it once you're ready. Again, keeping the palms grounded. Exploring. Take another breath. And then turn your fingers out to the sides. Rock side to side with the insides of your elbows facing center, facing each other. Supporting shoulders. And let's hold on one side. And then move it to the other side. We're going to turn our fingers forward again. And from our tabletop, we'll tuck our toes and keep the hips aligned over knees for puppy pose. We're going to start to walk our hands out, eventually bringing the elbows down and our forehead down. This might be enough. You might want to go ahead and crawl those hands out more like a child's pose, really stretching into the underarms. Maybe you could look out or go to the chin or chest. That's up to you. It's like a puppy wagging its tail in the air. We want to draw the navel in to support here. Feeling that deep release through our underarms and our sides. Take an inhale. On the exhale, come forward. Curl that body as you round all the way down to your belly, releasing. And then take rest for a moment, elbows wide, resting your head. Just letting everything loosen up. Let's go into a Sphinx pose, elbows underneath the shoulders. Lifting up and out of the spine, navel lifting up as well. Shoulders moving down and back. Feel your whole lower body relaxed as upper body is active. One more inhale, exhale, release back down and rest again. This time you're going to bend your knees, wipe your legs out side to side. And then just let the legs go and take a few more breaths here. And press up to your tabletop. We'll move through our cat-cow pose, working with the breath. Following with movement of our feet. Tucking toes on that inhale with cow. Flattening the feet on the exhale with cat. Two more rounds here. And after that second round, you'll make your way to your first downward facing dog. Moving around once you arrive, exploring again. Just let yourself be curious in your practice today. Noticing what comes up in the mind and the body, in your memories, your senses. Start to find some stillness in your dog, sinking back, navel supporting, drawing back to spine. Come back down to table. And let's take our right arm out and under, threading the needle, relaxing down. Left hand can explore whatever it needs to do. Working on opening our heart here. Really let the right arm relax with your head best you can. Inhale first, exhale, unwind, reset, and then left arm out and under. Take your time. And let yourself just come on down. Right hand might want to be exploring or doing something different than that other side, maybe the same. Inhale first. Exhale, unwind back to tabletop. And let's go to our down dog again. This time holding with more stillness. Setting up the feet for a squat, turning toes and knees out, walk back and lower down. Settling into your Malasana, opening the hips. Inhale first, exhale, return to table. Once you're grounded, extend your right foot out and just start rotating your ankle around, circling both ways, squaring the hips down, working to take that long spine, long neck, wrapping around the core, pressing into grounded hands and knee. One more breath here, and then cross over to the left, set your toes down, look to the left side, stretching through the right again. Take a deep breath and return to table. Once you feel ready, take your left leg out and up, start rotating your ankle in circles, grounding down, squaring to the mat. Take another breath. Cross your foot over to the right and set your toes down. Look to the right as you open up. Inhale first. Exhale back to table. Let's have a seat on the knees, or you can sit another way. We're just going to let the arms rest by our sides. Get into our neck for a moment, looking left and right. Back into center once you feel balanced, looking up and down when you're ready. And then chin to chest when you're ready, holding there. Breathing into anything you feel, keeping your body soft. And then back to neutral, layer your hands over your heart as an anchor. From there, look up, move your head around. Opening neck again. Maybe opening the jaw or moving the jaw around. Keep working here. Just change which hand is on top or bottom with the chest. Notice if that changes anything. Deep breath in. Exhale. Exhale, release, and relax. Good. Shake it out, and then let's go back to our tabletop for just a moment. We're going to tuck our toes under, and we're working on our toe stretch. So we want to start to walk back again, lowering the hips to the heels. Maybe your hands on the ground. Maybe you keep walking up to legs, or you have a seat. Make sure all your toes are getting the stretch. We've had this conversation that if we have Irish or Scottish toes, stubby pinky toes, whatever that's about. I learned that. Yeah, genetics. Yeah, the stubby little pinky toes. Like there's like barely a toenail there. Few more breaths here. Letting it go, sinking in. And then as you come down, curl your toes, tap it out, just get that blood back, and working that circulation down. And then moving into down dog again when you're ready, just starting to hold it once you arrive. Sink in. Feeling that nice release. Let's walk to the toes and stay in a standing fold, so bend the knees if you need to. Letting go as you lean towards the front of your feet. Navel drawing back to spine, just like it did in dog. Slowly roll up to standing and just do some shoulder rolls once you get there. Back down and away. Opening up. Maybe one more shoulder roll, and then relax your arms by your sides. Then just reach your right arm up, bend the elbow, left hand goes to that for half cow facing arm. Standing nice and tall, open airways. Distance between chin and chest. Rooting through the heels if the glutes want to squeeze. If you need more, you can side bend over to the left. Maybe breathing into that left side wherever you are. And then take your time coming down. Just switch it out when you're ready. Mukasana, half version on the arm. Feel free to explore the side bend if you want it. Deep breath into that left side. And then back down. Relax your arms. Good. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, pass through your heart. Fold all the way through. Once you arrive at the bottom, inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, come out to table again. We're going to have that seat on the knees again, but this time we're going to work on the internal rotation. So hero's pose, trying to bring our feet to the outside of our legs. Maybe you can sit all the way down. Maybe you're halfway. Maybe you take your thumbs and roll your calves out of the way to go deeper. You decide what feels good for you. Just like we were talking about that, difference between hurts so good and hurts not so good. This is one of those poses that can be really tender with the knees if you have tight quads. Got just a few more breaths. Try to sink again. And then when you're ready to come out of it, first move into your tabletop. And then up to your down dog, and then give your dog a walk. Just one knee at a time, bend and press the opposite heel down. Good. Start walking up to the top of your mat, roll up to standing, and 3 breaths. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. On the 3rd breath, fold all the way through. Once you arrive at the bottom, half lift, inhale. Exhale, plank pose, either on the knees or all the way out. Holding strong, take a breath. Roll through chaturanga, stay on the belly, and go back to your sphinx pose. So we're going to take a little cat-cow variation here, rotating between the right and left side. So you're going to take an inhale, bend your right knee and look up, press and open like a cow pose. And then exhale, release the leg and take a little rounding. Inhale, bend your left leg, open up. Exhale, release and round. Do 2 more each side. Inhale, cow pose with the right leg. Exhale, cat. Left side. Following your breath for one more round, really opening our backs, building some strength in the core muscles. When you finish with your left side, you'll relax all the way down. Just let everything sink in for a moment. Press up to your tabletop. From here, take your left leg out, point your toes, bend your knee, pull it forward towards your shoulder for a circle, and then continue to circle around maybe 2 times, 3 times total. Switching direction once you're ready. Same amount of times on the other side. Pressing strong through grounded hand and knee. Shaking it out in tabletop once you finish. Good. Getting ready for that other side. Ground in, right leg extends, point the toe, bend the knee, pull it forward towards your shoulder. Keep circling 2 to 3 times each way. Pressing strong. And just like before, once you're ready to finish, shake it out in your tabletop pose. Good. Let's go to down dog. Ground it in for a moment. Deep breaths. Walk your hands to your feet. Slowly roll up to standing. Just one breath. Inhale overhead. Hands to heart. Good. We're going to go to warrior 2. Right foot forward, left foot turning out. Let yourself just open up. Soft shoulders, soft hips. Now bring your back arm through. Drop your foot in more of a 20-30 degree angle. Move to warrior 1, arms overhead. Still in those soft shoulders. If it's too much to reach, you could always go to the heart. Pressing to the outer edges of the feet still. Take an inhale. Exhale, swing back into that warrior 2. Good. Reverse your warrior overhead. Release the front arm or back arm. Keep your front knee bent. Good. Take a breath. Windmill all the way down. Runner's lunge. And then bring your hand to the inside of your foot, foot to the outside of your mat. Lower to lizard pose. Make your adjustments. Releasing your foot when you're ready. You can always walk out or lower the elbows if you would like. Shoulder blades moving down the spine, lifting our heart. Let's find our twist. First to the knees, so lean to the left hand, twist to your right knee. Right shoulder relaxes, whatever it does. Strong press to the left side. We're going to rotate the other way, so come back in and flatten your foot. Rotate your fingers, your elbow, your shoulder in, look away. Resist that urge to lift your foot off the mat now. Keep grounding on the inside, big toe side. Take a breath. Release. Bring your hands down, tuck your back toes, lift your knee, make your way to down dog. Take a few breaths here. Make your way to the top of your mat. Slowly roll up to standing. Deep breath overhead. Hands to heart. Good. Let's go to warrior 2 with the left foot forward. First, just opening up. Feeling the shoulders relax. Inhale first. Exhale, start rotating into that warrior 1. Adjusting your foot, reaching up, opening here. Doing good. One more inhale. Exhale back to that warrior 2, dropping in, and then reverse it. Reach overhead, relax your back arm. Inhale first. Exhale, slowly windmill down, runner's lunge. Once you arrive, hand goes to the inside, foot goes to the outside, and we move to our lizard pose. Good, just let yourself sink in. One more breath here, and then we'll find our twist. Lean to the right, twist to your left knee. Relaxing the left shoulder, strong right shoulder. Let's twist the other way, rotating. Good. Deep breath. Back to center, hands on the ground, tuck your back toes, lift your knees, step to dog. Take a breath or two in that dog. And then lower to table, find your child's pose. We'll take a prayer hand there. Bending the elbows, palms to come together. Slowing things back down. Take a deep breath. Release your arms. We are going to have a seat on the knees again. You can start to make your way up to it. Again, you don't have to sit that way. Wherever you sit, we're going to hold our Lotus Mudra, gesture of the body, usually with the hands. So we join at the pulse points, the wrists, and then we join the outsides of the pinky fingers, the thumbs, and we kind of bend our fingers. So we've got this petal of the lotus, yeah. And then you hold that at the heart, or kind of at the heart and the throat if you would like. And we're just going to think about that softening and that opening of the flower. And let our body be the same, just very soft, very open to receive the breath, that prana, that life force energy. So when we hold mudras in yoga, we are channeling our energy into one particular area. In this case, it's the hands or the heart chakra. We're joining that left and right side of our energy, masculine, feminine. What we call the kundalini snakes in yoga. And we're just circulating that energy amongst ourselves by joining the hands together. Breathe here, just a few more rounds. Maybe one more, and then you'll release, interlace your hands behind you, and just pull away to open your heart. You could stay here, or you could go into a fold or a bow. Maybe the chin comes to chest. Maybe you roll down a little bit and lift the hands. Maybe you go to full yogi mudra as well, that full body gesture of the bow. Forehead or head down to the mat. Wherever you are, breathe. Stay soft in your body. Gently pull yourself back up and release it. Good. And we're just going to go back to that down dog. Stretching out from here. Take a few breaths. Walk your hands and feet to the center of your mat. Roll up to standing. Good. 3 breaths. Slowing it down, grounding back in. We're going to our tree pose on the left foot first, opening through your right side. Wherever you feel like planting your foot and hands today in your tree. You could try revisiting that Lotus Mudra if you'd like. Finding balance of the breath wherever you are. Doing good. Take one more breath. Take your time coming out when you're ready. Shake it all out. Planting your tree through your right side when you're ready. It could be different. You decide what you need. Same with the hands, wherever they want to go. Maybe it's Lotus Mudra, maybe not. You could bring that Lotus Mudra up. You could bring it overhead. Doesn't have to be an Anjali Mudra, prayer hand. One more breath. Take your time coming out. Good. Shake it out for a moment. We're going to ground back into our left foot. Hands on the hips for balance. Cross your right foot over, bend the knee. Planting at the ball of the foot, the knuckles there. Get taller through your left side. Fold when you're ready, hinging at the waist. Navel drawing in. Trying to bring the crown of your head closer to the earth. You can always walk your hands down your legs to go deeper. Maybe they hang out or go to the ground. Take an inhale. On the exhale, rise back up. Good. Unwind. Cross your left foot over when you're ready. Get taller through the right side and fold down. Wherever you need to go on this side. Deep breath and then bring it back up again. Good. Let's go to our squat again. Toes and knees out. Lowering down. Letting yourself open up. Take a deep breath. Come all the way down and have a seat. We'll meet in straddle with the legs out in that V-sit. And from here, maybe this is enough. Maybe you hinge from the waist and fold. Take your time wherever you need to go. As you come up, bring just your left leg into a half straddle. And again, maybe you need to fold. Maybe you just sit tall. Concentrating the stretch into your right leg. We'll keep this exact shape with our legs, but we're going to swing the right leg around, left knee out, so we're in more of this 90-degree angle. Our head to knee pose, Janu Sirsasana. Flex your right foot, fold down from there. Always hinging from the waist in our folds. Lengthening our spine. Lengthening our neck and back of the head. Maybe you can pull those right toes back just a little bit more or press through your right heel more. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back up. And we're just going to kick our right leg behind us now so that we're in our mermaid seat or pretzel seat. Good. Flex your left foot. Bring it farther out in front of you and explore your modified pigeon. Whatever you need here. Take a nice deep breath. Come back up, bring your foot in closer, more relaxed, and see if you can just bring that foot as close to your inner thigh as possible. If you can do that, maybe you can pick up your foot and rotate it so the tops of the toes are more on the inside of your thigh. If that feels good, hang out there and get a little taller. Interlace your hands, press away at your heart, and then reach overhead. Opening up. Good. Release your arms. Now swing your left leg out. You're bending the knee, turning toes and knees to the corners. Your right leg comes out into that straddle sit. Good. Left elbow on the inside of left knee. We twist away. And then come back into center. Now we just let that left leg extend. Right knee comes in. Half straddle on the right side, whatever you need here. Take a deep breath. And then swing your left leg around, right knee out to that 90-degree angle, head to knee pose. Flex your left foot as you fold through. One more breath here. As you come up, kick your left leg behind, finding your mermaid seat. Flex your right foot in front, take it farther away from you. Explore your modified pigeon. One or two more breaths here. Start walking back, bringing the foot in close, testing out if that feels good. And if so, maybe you pick up your foot and put it more on the inside of that left inner thigh. Good. Just holding, interlace the hands the opposite way in the front, out from the heart and then overhead, getting nice and tall. Take a deep breath. As you release, you'll bring your back leg around to that straddle. Right knee goes up and out to the corner with the toes. Elbow goes to the inside of the right knee as we twist away. And come back to center, slide both legs out to that straddle, and then bring the legs together. Flex your feet and fold down both legs now. One more breath. Take your time coming up. So we're going to work on this lotus pose now. We'll start with a half lotus. You're going to bend your left leg, pick up your foot from the inside and bring it around again to the top or the inner thigh on the right leg. Preferably the top if you can. You're trying to rotate your kneecap down on the left side best you can. So with our half straddle, we're just going to hang out here. This might be enough, or you can fold with it if you want more. Your feet are going to stay relaxed wherever you are. Take your time coming out of it. Bring your right knee up. Pick up your foot from the inside. Take the top of your foot either to the top of your left thigh or the inside of your left thigh, finding your half lotus here. So there can be a lot of things that cause discomfort, the pressure on the thigh, on that femur bone, the ankle rotation. There's a lot going on. Fold if you need more. Feet are relaxed. Really good way to stretch our hips and our low back. Take your time coming out. All right, if you want to try the full thing, instead of crossing your legs like you normally do, in fact, go ahead and cross your legs, as we all do. And then pick up the inside foot, put it on that inner thigh or on the inside of the thigh. It's probably going to be more on the inside now. Pick up the other foot, see if you can put it on top of the other thigh. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. And if you can't, just go to somewhere in between and hold a half. Good. We're just going to sit. We're not going to add anything else. Yeah, and sometimes you slingshot out. That's happened to me. Just a few more breaths. Just try to relax with it. It's a lot on that left ankle right now. Or whatever ankle's on the inside. And then come back out. All right, so whatever ankle's on the inside, we're going to switch that crisscross. Same thing, inside foot is going to go up to the thigh. That's the easy part. And then the other one, we got to bring it in and on top. Again, maybe there's discomfort somewhere, and if there is, that's okay. You can go to half version. Usually one side is more accessible than the other, just like pigeon pose, just like tree, just like everything else. Just a few breaths here. And then take your time coming out to a butterfly. Soles of the feet together in that Baddha Konasana, and we will fold with it. Good job. Take the feet out to more of a diamond shape so you can move into your hip circles and just start working around. So something you can play with at home is sometimes when you're on your back, this is more accessible, Lotus. I'll just show you something to play with. You can play around here with kind of tucking this in, and you've got zero resistance, right? No gravity. And same thing, you can bring it in. So you can play around with it on your back. And then if you can get here, that can feel really good, but can also trigger your back, so be careful. But yeah, you can just play around on the back. So we'll try that if you want to go ahead and make your way down. And I won't tell you what leg to do. You just play around and see if you can access the lotus. You can like cradle your knees and bring them in really close, and that stretches the low back. Grab the shins, the ankles, whatever you need. Maybe try the other side as well. Good hip opener. Good ankle opener. This would be good to do in the winter to keep the ankles healthy. When you are ready to release, kick your feet up to the ceiling and roll the ankles around. Give them some relief. This will also make you realize how tight your feet and ankles can be, as well as those Achilles tendons. Those get really tight too. Hug the knees into chest. Give yourself a little squeeze and then take your knees over to the right side. Left arm reaches out. Take a nice twist, looking away from your legs. Really sinking down with your exhales. Take another breath and then slowly release. Move it over to opposite side. Letting yourself adjust. One more deep breath. Come to center, hands on the knees, roll your knees around in circles, massaging your low back. Feel free to do anything else you need as you prepare for your Shavasana. No rush getting there. Just take your time and relax when you're ready. Start by just slowing down your breath. Feeling that deep opening as you breathe in. Deep softening as you breathe out. Let your exhale start to become longer and deeper than your inhales. Every breath out invites you to let go more. Maybe through the physical body, maybe through the energy body, letting go of stress. Maybe throughout the mind, letting go of distracting thoughts, those vriktis, tornadic thoughts that pull us away from our center, from being in harmony and alignment. Whatever it is that is blocking your complete relaxation, try to breathe it away now. are now moving into that waning moon energy, growing closer and closer to the new moon next week. We lean into that energy now as we invite in Earth's gravity to hold us, as we relax our body to move closer to the Earth, as we let go of resistance so that we can fully ground in. Continue to feel your spine, the back of your head connected to the earth like an anchor. Feel the back of your head and top of your head relaxing more. Soften behind your ears. Continue through the muscles of your face, softening throughout the temples, across your forehead, around your eyes. Feeling the eyes themselves roll back and rest now. Feeling a softening at the base of your skull, noticing that connection to the eyes. Continue to relax through your neck, your throat, your jaw. Feeling your entire head relax now. Also inviting that sensation to meet the shoulders. Feeling the tops of your shoulders relax. That feeling carry out through your upper back and across your arms, through your wrists, your hands, your fingers. Also softening your underarms and the center of your heart. Feeling your entire upper body let go with the head. Continue to soften throughout your rib cage, the middle of your back, the sides of your body. Feel the left and right side of your body relax more, from your underarms to your waist, from your hips to your ankles. Start to relax your abdominal muscles, your core muscles, the front, the sides, the back. Also feel your back muscles relaxing all the way down. Once you arrive at your hips, soften any tension there. Also relaxing your pelvic muscles, your glutes. And continuing down through your lower body, relaxing your legs, your heels and ankles, your feet and toes. Feel your entire body letting go now. Continue to relax your mind, relax your energy, let your entire self rest a little longer. Gently start to come back now and more aware. Begin to breathe with more control and move the body gently. First through fingers and toes, and then through the rest of the body. Eventually reach the arms away or overhead, stretching deeper. And when you're ready, take your deepest breath in, and then exhale, knees to chest. Giving yourself a nice squeeze to open up. And then roll to the side of your choice, staying there as long as you would like. Slowly reawakening. We'll eventually meet in our comfortable seat with hands at heart and eyes closed. There's no rush getting there. Take your time. Working first to just find your posture. Keeping the muscles relaxed, supporting yourself through the alignment of your bones. From the hands at heart, we'll move into that Lotus Mudra again at the heart space. Just taking a moment to think about how we have pushed through the muck in our practice. How we've learned to blossom and bloom and flourish from the challenges, the discomforts. Maybe also noticing in our lives how we've done the same. Looking through these challenges, the heaviness that we push through, so that we can find the light again. Continue to hold this Lotus Mudra as you reflect on the practice you did today. Just reflecting on how you feel and what you shifted. As you seal your mudra back to a prayer hand, gently lift your heart to head and bow your head to heart. Sealing in gratitude for this practice, for your body, your breath, your resiliency, for anything else that you're grateful for. We'll seal it with 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale, reach overhead, open mouth to the heart. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.